Hello everyone and welcome to this video. So in this video, we are going to see how can you set up XAMPP into your computers. So what is XAMPP? XAMPP is something which is going to help us create and serve our server as well as database. So before starting with the SQL injection attacks, we are going to first set up in our computers a MySQL database and Apache web server to understand actually how are the queries being fired and what actually happens in the backend. So we will have a quick fresher for MySQL and queries. So we will understand what is the logic behind and the background concept behind SQL injection and what actually happens. How do we communicate with the database? How is the tables created? How are the columns created? And how are the queries being run? So to do that, you just need to install XAMPP into your computers. So once you come onto this website, which is apachefriends.org, you need to come onto this page, which is download.html. Now here you can see, you can find XAMPP for Windows. Now here you can find XAMPP for Windows, XAMPP for Linux, and XAMPP for OS X. So according to your needs and according to your system distribution, you can install anyone that you want. For my computer, I'm going to install XAMPP for OS X. So all Mac users can install the OS X version. Others who are running onto Ubuntu or Kali or Parrot or a plain Debian flavor can install XAMPP for Linux, and Windows 8 and Windows 10 users can install XAMPP for Windows. Alright, so I'm going to quickly install this version, which is 7.2.34. So I'm just going to click on download 64-bit. As you can see, it has started downloading successfully. And after it has completed downloading, I'm going to install it and I'll take you through the next step of installation. Now remember guys, the installation steps are exactly pretty much the same on all the major distributions that you go on, if it is Linux, Windows or OS X. So I hope you do not identify any issues while installation. If you come across any errors or issues while installation, you can always ask your questions into the Q&A section, and I would love to help you guys to solve all your queries. Now let's wait for this to download and then we are going to move ahead. Alright, so we can see the download was successful. So let's move ahead to the installation, and Mac OS users may look something like this onto your screen. So I'm just going to double click it and wait for it. So the next step is, it is asking you to open it. So let me quickly open and type in my password. Now let's wait for the next steps and then we can move ahead. So yeah, the installation bar has successfully opened. Now again, I'm saying this steps apply to all the major distribution if you're on Windows or Linux. I'll just hit next, 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 and okay, I do not want to know this. All right, next, and it has started installing it. It should just take few seconds to install, and then we should be ready to run our XAMPP installation. So first of all, first thing that we are going to do is run our Apache server, and then we are going to run our MySQL database server. So let's wait for this to complete and then we can move ahead. Yeah, so all right, we have successfully installed XAMPP now, and now it's time to launch it and quickly set up our first MySQL application. So let me just click on finish and you can see it says it works. Perfect. Now let's go to manage servers, and you can see over here all the servers are currently stopped. So let's start all of the servers. So you can just click on start all and it will automatically start all of them. It will turn from red to orange and it should turn to green to successfully start it. So it is successfully starting it. Let's wait for this. In just few seconds, it will successfully start it, and then we are good to go. So let me just move it onto the right hand side of my screen, and you can see my SQL database has successfully started. So let me just type localhost, hit enter, and you can see it works. All right.